wish I could start this video off by saying peace. Peace, people, but I can't.
Why don't you try it? Why don't you try having a modicum of sense and walking in peace? Because that's what the Bible says. Seek peace with all men. Yeah, that's what the Bible says. Why don't you try peace, Pop, Bobby?
I wake up to you cats continuously trying to flag my page.
Yes. Why? Because we wake up to your videos with you continuously telling all of your 40,000 subscribers to go and flag small channels like mine, like Israel Doctrine, like Kev Gills, like Khalil Amani, but all of us have the community's ear in the sense that the community rocks with what we're saying because we're more believable, more credible. We have not lied to the people. Poor Bobby.
I don't get it. I don't know none of you cats from a hole in the wall. I don't know.
If you don't know none of these cats, then what the fuck are you doing with all of these cats on your mouth every day? Bobby says he don't know nobody. All of these people, 1,000 videos on him. But let me ask you, do you know Charlemagne? Why you went on a goddamn campaign to drag that man's life up, some shit that happened a long time ago. Do you know him? Do you know Charlemagne? Do you know the plethora of individuals that you have gotten on your goddamn camera with every day and defamed? Stars all the way down to people folk don't even know. Tell me.
None of you cats from a hole in the wall. Why do you go to sleep at nighttime and wake up with me?
I'm going to tell you. You said Kevin Childs and my son and all of them other cats. You put your mouth on all of them. But do you know Childs? Do you know Kevin Childs? Hey, Pop, Bobby, do you know Childs? How in the fuck do you have the right to put your mouth on him? Hypocrite, hypocrite, hypocrite.
On your mind. Why is it? I don't understand that. Do y'all think you flagging my YouTube page is going to stop me or my lifestyle?
Same question we're asking you, Bobby. Do you think sending your 50,000 subscribers to flag Sonetta, to flag Michael Edwards, to flag Polite, to flag Izzy, to flag Kev Gills, to flag Sinful to God, to flag Ben X, to flag the Nation of Islam, to flag Khalil Amani? How many more, bro? To flag Miss Beverly. Come on, brother. How big of a hypocrite can you be?
You see this house right here? In my other houses that I have? What you think? This came from YouTube?
Well, brother, that's good because that's what we've been saying the same thing about our life. My shit ain't never monetized, G. I only take donations. And I sell merchandise. And I give the raw word of God. But dude, none of our shit really came from YouTube. Poppy, do you think you pay for where I stay at, clown? Hey, Miss Beverly. Hey, Brother Gideon. Do you think you contribute to anything that goes on in any of our lives? Well, what's the point of you saying that shit to us? What does your belongings and my belongings have to do with what we're talking about? I know, it don't.
Is that what you think?
No.
That my stuff, my hard earned, that I work for, my family bust their ass for. Do you think this came from YouTube?
I don't think not one of us in the community has said anything about how you live your lifestyle. We don't give a fuck what you got. I don't give a shit if you got 1 million fish in your house. I would never talk about your recreation time and what you do and shit. How much money you got, or whatever you got, or whatever you don't got. My problem is that you came to me and been fucking lying to me and the whole community for over 2 years, Negro. And you are a narcissist. How is it that all of these respectable people in the community now have knives in their back from reaching down to help you up? How is it? You didn't stick those knives in everybody's back. You forgot that you wanted to fuck Kev's kids. You forgot that you want to kick Sarnetta's wife in the ass. You forgot you wanted to blow up that brother's event. You forgot you said you was going to hit him in the back of the head and shoot him in the back of the head. You forgot you talked about Israel Doctrine's mother in her grave, and repeatedly, and culminated in you saying you buried her in your yard. You said you killed her. Did you forget you said that? Did you forget you talked about Sarnetta's wife and my wife? And I didn't even really jump out the window on your bald-headed, receding hairline having wife. Yes, your wife is bald up in the front. She has female pattern balding. I only recently started talking about that. But you've been talking shit about people's wives in the community. Did you forget that? Hey, did you forget you wanted to challenge an elder to a knife fight? Did you forget you sent all of these trolls to an elderly woman's channel to harass her day in and day out, goddammit, with whores and crackheads? The same whores and crackheads you said you was going to sick on Sarnetta and bomb threat his events. Did you forget that? Did you forget you told us that this man raped you, but then you come back and told us, no, well, you know, it wasn't really quite like that? Did you forget that we saw the pictures of you in Bambaataa post-jail? Did you forget that you literally say over and over, and you're going to say it in a minute again, that you've been out here murdering black men? You yellow clown. You've been out here murdering black men, but we are to have compassion on you. Did you forget that?
Nope, sorry you don't. I hate to see another black man smile.
What about the men you were accused of murdering, clown? What about their smiles? What about their children? What about their families, fucker? Did you kill them? Or did you just, like you told us, you killed them and you got off? You heard me, because you was a slick bitch. No, you're not that slick. You're not that slick. Why would you want us to have compassion on you and you kill black men by your own admission? And you still want to kill black men and black women. You want to stab them with knives and shit.
But the crazy part about it is, for those of y'all that followed me, y'all seen me relive my worst nightmare, which was...
Nope, you didn't relive it. You didn't relive it. You omitted the truth about it. And you told us about the man you willingly laid with for your own prideful and monetary gain. But you did not tell us the details of that which is the first perpetrator of rape. You said these things. And you brought this shit to us. And for 2 goddamn years, we've been listening to you confuse us, even disrespect us, calling your rapist, as you say, your father, nigga. Why should we be sitting up here fucking listening to you for 2 years, wasting our time, playing with the women's emotions, playing with the kids' mind, when you get up every day and you talk about every every media personality, but you have no child's name on your mouth as a constant cause. The only child's name on your mouth is your own name. You're still a child, and that's what you're reliving. That which you won't let go, that which you won't throw away. See, you willingly call that man your father, meaning you literally willingly drag him into your manhood, drag him into your life. And your life consists of telling everybody that he raped you. Why come tell me and my children a lie, fucker? Why come tell me and my children about the second sexual deviant issue you had instead of the first person that actually raped you?
Real in my story about being molested as a boy. Y'all tried to take my life pain and turn it against me.
No, Satan did that to you. Your own pride did that to you. And your own lies and seeking money and attention did that to you. You could have came out here and made your whole campaign on the first person that raped you. Like you told us, by the time Bambaataa got you, you was already open, physically, mentally, and spiritually. You were a bisexual. To sit up and endure that for years as a 16-year-old, 15-year-old, and still go out and murder black men. But you won't tell us who did it first.
You tried to take my life pain and use it as a weapon against me.
No, Satan did that to you. The same entity that you worshiped all of these years. Do you think the Most High God rules the hip-hop industry? Do you think the Most High God rules the Zulu warriors? Do you think the Most High God has anything to do with your dealings with Bambaataa? What are you talking about? I said the devil did that to you. Your father, your real father, the devil, did that to you.
Why is that? Is it because something about me that y'all see is special?
No, it's because something about you we see is blatantly, disrespectfully fake. That's what.
That you constantly make over 1,000 videos made on me.
How many videos have you made on your 3 channels? And every one of those videos, 97% of them, happen to have other men's names in them. I mean, you literally talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Why complain when the community has an opinion on your life that you drug like a dog, a town dog, into our cipher? We didn't have to listen to that. Most of us would have rather you tell us about the first rape, not the relationship.
Over 1,000 videos has been made on me. Y'all don't even know me.
Most of them came from a brother that I don't like, but I've got to be honest. If and you said you were going to dig my mother up and shit in her grave and piss and smack her with a shovel, and not only did you say that, but then you come back so proudly and say that you even killed. Are we supposed to have compassion on you when you do that? I said the devil did this to you, your real father.
How many times you gonna tell somebody you don't believe my story?
As many times as you ask us to believe your story. We're going to keep saying we don't believe you as long as you keep telling us about a man you were in a relationship with versus telling us about someone that actually raped you. the person that did it before Bambaataa? Who was he? You just tell us about it and you won't go on a campaign against him?
Before you decide to move on. Why?
How can you tell Carl Albert to, honestly, brother, how can you tell Israel Doctrine, as much as I detest that piece of shit, how can you tell a man to move on after you told him that you were going to shit and piss in his mother's resting place? How can you tell him to move on when you said you killed his mother and you dug her up and transported her from Arkansas to New York and you buried her in your yard? How do you ask him to move on?
Don't y'all go do something productive with your wives and your children?
Why don't you show him how to be productive? Why don't you stop making a mess out of the minds of the ignorant in the community, brother? Why don't you tell us the truth for once? Why don't you tell us that you were in a relationship with Bambaataa, a deviant sexual relationship that was ruled by that which is called the prince of the power of the air, Lucifer? And you were entrenched in Lucifer's order on earth, so much so that you became a murderer for Lucifer's order. Why don't you tell us that? Because see, that's the truth. That's the truth.
What is it? Is it because I don't have to hide in somebody's basement and make a video? You can see the paint on the wall. You can see the TVs on the wall. You can see the fish tanks in every room it costs to run them.
If you are that rich and if you are that honorable, you should know better than to talk about those people that are reaching out to you in their basements, trying to tell you, brother, you're lying. You're disrespecting us all. We can see through you. You've disrespected any and everybody, elders and the dead. Come on, brother. You talk about all that you own, all that you got. You even talk about it on this video. But how much do you share with those that don't have? You and your rich sister, Jezebel, Medina Pullings, Jezebel. I watched your sister on a video laying hands on the ignorant. I watched your sister on a video try to make salvation about a Ferrari. I watched your sister on a video walking down the center of the street, jaywalking, as a wonder with a long train behind her. And guess what she did? Passed right by a homeless person standing on the actual fucking video under an overpass. But you come to us and you tell us Jezebel is rich. You tell us that you're rich. But when do you and Jezebel give to the poor? When? You only give lies.
As a matter of fact, just to piss y'all off, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to go start up another fish tank.
Yes.
I'm going to start up another fish tank and I'm going to make a video showing the people.
And when people that are sitting up and their stomachs are touching their back, and when people sitting up and they sitting up in a house with no running water, and when people sitting up and can't wash their own clothes because they're that broke, and they turn on the TV on the YouTube and they see you bragging like goddamn, bruh, like Creflo Dollar, G. You sound like Kenneth Copeland. You talk about Those poor people that are making videos on you sitting in their basements, and those people are screaming out, they're trying to tell you the truth. What do? But poke them in the eye and tell them, hey, I'm rich, look at me. And guess what? I'm giving you nothing. But you can donate to me. You can hit my PayPal. You can come and light me up with views and AdSense. And I'll come on the camera and I'll say it more and more that I'm a ball in front of you and watch you fall. Is that a righteous man, Poppy? Huh? Is it righteous that you would dog out those poor people and you come before them like Creflo Dollar, dragging a fucking sack of lies?
To piss my haters off. It's like there's something about me or something that's wrong with you. Y'all want to see me miserable.
What's wrong with wanting to see a murderer of black men miserable? What's wrong with wanting to see a man that will cover up a real rape and come out and sensationalize a gay relationship? Brother, what's wrong with us wanting to see you fall? What's wrong with us wanting to see you fall after you threaten women, dead, and the elders? What's wrong with it, Pop?
You want to see me unhappy. I had a bad life. I had a rough life. I've been in jail for murder 3 times.
Yes, we know. And I want to ask you, who in the fuck told you to go pull the trigger? Oops. The man you told us is your father, but you tried to tell us he was your rapist. You killing black people for him and Lucifer's order? Hey, when the fuck should we feel sorry for a murderer of black men? If we call the white man what we call him, why shouldn't we call the mulatto murderer of black men the same kind of devil and wish hell on him? Why not?
I was abused as a kid, physically, mentally, spiritually.
Well, why didn't you tell us about the abuse yet? You never yet told us after 2.5 years about the actual mental, spiritual, and physical abuse. You told us about a bisexual relationship in the Zulu nation that you willingly took and lived under. And even today, Bobby, it's your dad.
So why y'all want to see me go through this again as an adult? Y'all don't want me to have a healthy mental to raise my children?
Who cares about how in the fuck you're raising your children? And let me say this, your children are beautiful. Your children are the only people out of this whole fuck shit that don't deserve a word of malice. Your wonderful children. But guess who else has children? Probably those black men you sent to the center of the earth and you got off for. How many days, Poppy, during your time that you got off them cases, how many times did you sit up and think about their children? How many times did you sit up and think about Sonetta's wife's children while you're talking about her? How many times did you sit up and think about Israel Doctrine's siblings that's got to listen to you talk about over and fucking over their dead mama? Why have compassion on you, clown? Why?
I don't get it. I don't know none of you cats.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You felt comfortable enough with me to call me. You felt comfortable enough with me to embrace me when I tried to protect and help you. You felt comfortable enough with me to take my material and my content and put it on your channel even. You felt comfortable enough to let me mediate a beef unto death between you and a brother of mine. You don't know me. Of course you don't know me. Because if you did, you'd know I'm the wrong nigga to lie and fake with. That's why you're sitting up here crying and shit. Because you didn't know that most of the people that you claim now that you don't know, but you drug your trash into our lives. Hey, brother, we know you better than you actually think, because most of us listen to your words, fucker.
Y'all make up lies about me. Call me child molesters.
We call you child molester when there's 1,000 videos out here with you saying not only that you meant it, you're proud of what you said, but you said, when I lay heavy dick on your kids, Kevin Gills, when I fuck your children, all of them. When we listen to that, brother, you gonna tell us somebody's lying on you, calling you a rapist, calling you a child abuser? What the fuck do you think that is? What if Kev Gill's kids would have popped that video on and hear your yellow ass talking about raping them? Oh, what a traumatic event that would be. But do you even think about that as a fucking narcissist? I don't think you do.
Rapist. I've never been locked up for rape. Never been locked up for child molestation. Never been accused of rape or child molestation.
You should be locked up, accused, all of that. Because you said you proud of it. You meant that. You remember that? Why y'all chopping my videos? Don't chop my videos. Everything I said, if I said it, I meant it. What are you talking about?
From a complainant, only from YouTubers. Damn, the hate is that real?
The same YouTubers are the people that you brought this garbage to. Yes, the hate is real. Because if we sat up there and put our credibility on the line for you, and we found out later that you have no integrity, no class, no self-control, brother, goddamn, yes, the hate is real. And let me tell you, besides are with Satan, because you are Satan's hands.
Smile? You want to see me miserable?
What about the people you sent to the center of the earth as a hitman, dude? You didn't want to see them smile? You wanted to see them miserable? What about their children? What about their wives and their mamas? Obviously, you didn't stay in jail long enough, because niggas that actually stay in prison and then become reformed have enough time to think about those things and repent, not only internally to God, but to the masses in the public. And they don't say, don't judge me, don't hate me for what I have done. Those that have been reformed often say, I deserve what I endure.
Life was good without YouTube. But I guess because you see AdSense on my videos, which I still keep flagging.
And you keep telling us on every other video, all of your 50,000 subscribers, you sick them on Israel doctrine. And you say, attack his channels. Wherever you see him, flag it. But you said you were going to dig his mama up. You said you killed his mother. You said you transported that man's mama from Arkansas to New York. Brother, you are in a living, breathing, walking psychosis.
Or you see people love me enough to donate to me.
Why would they donate to you when they're poor and you come on the camera and dangle blessings and prosperity in front of them. And if they just so happen to tell you, hey, brother, you know, you said this and this shit don't sound right. Like Miss Beverly, your elder clown. She says to you, you know, Hassan, you need to stop drinking. She does and says to you what the Bible and every African system has declared that the elders must do to be an elder. You got to teach the young, not only the women, but your boys. And you her boy. Yes, you are a clown. But brother, how is it that you turn against Miss Beverly for having an opinion, a righteous, truthful opinion about your alcoholism, which you tell us, even yourself, is a problem? I don't get it.
It makes you miserable. Everything that I got right now, I had before YouTube.
And so does everything everybody else have right now, we had before YouTube. Why are you talking about belongings? Why are you talking about prosperity like Creflo Dollar? Who gives a fuck about that? We all got cars and families and dogs and animals and money and fuck. This is America. What sense does it make for you to come on the camera and tell us you got a new car and dangling that over the poor when everybody else got cars? Are you that goddamn stupid?
But if you take everything that I have right now away from me, I still got who I am.
Yes, you do.
That is.
Yes, you do. You still have that same nigga that told us a lie. You still have that same lie that Hassan or Bobby. And you are living a lie, G. I said you're living a lie.
The heart of a king, the blood of a slave. I am a warrior.
The heart of a murderer, the blood of a nigger. You are a fucking coward.
I was made to be an alpha male. I was made to overcome my trials and my tribulations and right.
You were made to become somebody that lays on their side for a man that wants to sexually abuse you. And you didn't scream out, you didn't cry out, and you didn't even stop going back. That's what you are. And you're a man that went and killed for that same individual. And you are the same man that calls that man your father. That's who you are.
In front of the world, I did that.
Yes,
and
you
y'all
did.
Can't take that. It hurts you to your core. It hurts you to your stomach. That you.
No. How could it hurt us to our core, Poppy? Nobody would want to trade their life for you, for your life, brother. I don't think no one in the community would rather become you, even just right now when you say you're so prosperous. I don't think any of us want to trade places with you, G. I really don't.
Would wake up or rather go to sleep in your bed next to a woman.
Pause. There's a comment that needs to be spoken. Arkansas Doctrine says, Poppy said, I have never been accused of molestation, but he forgets. He openly admitted touching. I touched other children because I was being touched as a child, frame child, 15, 16, all the way up until today. You call him your father? You were being touched as a child, a murdering child you were. I touched other children because I was being touched as a replaced child, because you weren't a child if you were a murderer. 3 times over? Come on. You touched other children because you learned to like it. You were in a relationship with a man because you learned to like it. Whether that's sick, whether that's understandable or not, that's what happened. And I know you hate to hear this, but that's what happened.
Some of you next to a man, whoever y'all sleeping with, and in the process of you sleeping at nighttime, as soon as you wake up, you looking through my videos to report them to YouTube to flag me.
And again, you have over 40,000 subscribers, and you have done the same thing to many in our community repeatedly, which makes you a more egregious, reckless, nut-ass narcissist. That you're here talking about people flagging you, but you're rich, you're prosperous, you have thousands of followers, and these people are in their basements. That's what you said. But those same basement people, you sick your 50,000 followers on and tell them, y'all flag them every time you see a goddamn video. Ain't that what you say, baby?
You got to be a special kind of miserable to take days off of YouTube, and when you come back, you're making another video.
Well, got another comment. Brother Abazu says there's also clips of him saying that he wouldn't advise any parent to leave their child alone with him because of his past. Ding, 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 ding. The first conversation I had with Bobby, I told you directly, because you asked me, brother, do you believe Bambaataa did what he did to me? And I said, yes, I know it happened. But that doesn't make it a rape, and neither does that make you qualified to be around my children or even your own. And I told you, you will not be around my children. You will not be around anybody's children that I know. And you're still in that fucked up, sick, demonic state. Didn't I say it? Didn't I say that to you? First conversation with you. Indeed, Abazu said it, brother. You and I know you shouldn't be around no goddamn body's kids. But we have no right to say you can't be around your own. But I will damn sure tell you that I will fuck you up if I catch you around my children. If I catch you speaking at my children's school. If I catch you emailing or calling my child. Nigga, I will fuck you up over my children. Why? Because I see you. Your deeds, your actions, your words. You understand that, Bobby?
About me, video after video after video. See, I can understand if we had beef and we knew each other. I don't even know none of you. And any of you on YouTube that ever met me or dealt with me on your platform, it's because you came and found me. I never would.
Lies. You came and found all of us through a press conference that you stood out and you caused other men to put their life on the line for you and your lies and your gay relationship and your hiding of the fact that Bam wasn't the first. We didn't come to you. Nigga, you came to us dragging Bambaataa's dick after 30 years. Are you crazy?
I'm looking for none of you. Y'all came and found me.
You gave us a press conference. That's called a nigga screaming out for help.
And because I started doing what y'all was doing to get my story out of being raped, molested, traumatized as a kid, and I became good at what I'm doing, you hate me?
How do you get good at actually trying to deal with something that happened to you to that extent? See, your words even betray your heart because you're trying to tell us something, but your pride, your tongue, and your lips. Brother, wait a minute, one more time. Let me hear that one more time. I want y'all to hear this. Listen.
Traumatized as a kid, and I became good at what I'm doing, you hate me?
How do you become good at being traumatized as a kid? Unless you're a fucking actor, asshole. Most men would have taken me and Sarnetta's advice, went in the back, got some help, got some medicine, got some teaching and learning, and then come back out in the public. And if you would have done that, you would have indeed saw what we told you, that the first rapist is of utmost importance to deal with, not your willing homosexual, bisexual relationship.
How do you hate somebody who suffered his whole life?
How do you call a man your father that raped you? How do you become a voice for 1 out of 3 females that's being raped and molested without one woman's name or child as a constant cause?
They say 1 out of 6 young boys is raped and molested, but they never tell.
They never tell. Yes. And those people that never tell are always the ones that it actually happened to. Because they didn't tell. But a nigga like you that comes out and chooses to tell us about a star versus a person that was poor and of no reputation that actually raped you, you chose to come out and say, any, mini, miny, mo, catch a nigga by his toe. If he hollers, let it go. Any, mini, miny, mo. Got your bad one that's going to take the hit. And you're going to take the hit and I'm going to get paid. Because there ain't no money in exposing a nobody that raped me. But if I take Bambaataa, the pioneer of the hip hop community, and I drag you into the world and I said, you stuck your dick on my thighs and rubbed it back and forth until smoke rose like the burning tires in Mogadishu on Black Hawk Down. Nigga, you knew you was going to get paid. And this is your answer to Bam's non-payment for your thighs. You're making him pay like this, but you're making him pay through lying to us. You're making him pay by manipulating the ignorant, those that are emotional enough to fall for your bullshit, listening intently.
I've never seen a dude come home from jail and raped in jail.
I've never seen a dude come home from Rikers Island and tell us that he is willing to fucking go back. Because we heard you say it. And we heard you say it really ain't that bad in jail. And then you come back later and find out, damn, I was really drunk that day. Those ramen noodles and shit they give you, oodles and noodles, are not really good. It's really terrible to lay on your side in that little bitty motherfucking cell and you get sore hips and shit. Y'all ever been in prison? First 2 weeks you in there, your motherfucking hips hurt so bad because you're flipping from side to side trying to find a restful place. not to mention the rest. You told us you wasn't ashamed of going back to that. You'd give up even your children, fucking fool. That's what you said.
I've never seen a dude come forward until I came forward and told the world that they was raped and molested by another man.
I'd never seen a dude come forward out the closet, then run back in the closet and tell everybody, hey, look at this apparatus like Men in Black. You did not see what you just saw. Flash. And then you run back in the closet. And you get mad at us that didn't get brainwashed and flushed of our memory. We heard you say what you said. You were already open by the time Bambaataa got you.
What I did, and you hate me for that? Black people, we as a people, have we become so sick? Are we that sick?
Are we that sick that we would choose to have compassion on a murderer of black men, on a manipulator of the youth, an abuser of the elders, and a defamer of the dead? Who the fuck do you think we are?
That we hate each other that much? So
all that is your skin ain't your kin. You've killed black men. Don't come to us and tell us that you love us all.
Somebody gives me a hug and say, I appreciate you, Hassan Campbell, because of your story. It sickens you to your soul so much that you would make up and fabricate a story about me being a rapist.
It sickened me when I had to listen to you say you would rape another man's children, and you were on my side behind me, being defended by me. That shit made me sick to my stomach the night I heard it. And when I did that video, the one that you took and put on your goddamn channel, you asshole, and I told the people, although I would have never said that, I sure understand why this nut ass nigga said it. I'm still saying to you, can't you all see that this man is fucking insane? That's what I told the people in the video. You're fucked up. You're crazy. You're damaged goods. Why do people expect righteousness and morality from you? Brother.
Molested? Y'all said my arms was fake. No, there is no sentinel.
I'm sorry, that part is laughable. I gotta laugh about that. I'm sorry. But even that, brother, that should let you know that you are full of vanity, man. What are you coming on the internet working out and shit for? And you're not a professional bodybuilder. What the fuck are you doing? You're supposed to be an advocate for children. But just like Jezebel, the false prophet, your sister, in a video talking about salvation, but driving a Ferrari and revving it up. Vroom, vroom, vroom. It's time to get into formation. What does that have to do with righteousness? And what does your fucking yellow big ass arms have to do with molestation? See what I'm talking about, asshole? Pride, vanity.
And these arms are real. They're real.
Look at him flexing, y'all.
It came from working out, pull-ups, push-ups, dips.
What is that name tattooed on your damn arm there you're showing us? Now see, listen. If I was to zoom in on that, and that name on his arm tattooed said Bambaataa, he would say I'm wrong for asking him, what the fuck you got a tattoo on your arm with that man's name for? And you said he raped you. But this is the kind of psychosis that this brother lives in. He wants to tell you any and everything, and he don't want you to have an opinion or even ask a question. You a goddamn nut.
My forearms legs match my arms. My shoulders match my arms.
Brother, we
my
don't
back
give a shit.
Match my arms. Is it really that serious?
Your lies also match your arms. Big, 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 my nigga. Big.
Y'all make fun of my son being gay because he was raped and molested. Black.
You can't put that on us. You made fun of your son on Doggy Diamonds, on Queen's Flip, and on your platform. You disowned your own blood 3 times plus. You said, and I quote, I don't fuck with him, but that's your son. You came and told us your son had big titties, but that's your son. You came and told us that your son was raped while you were in prison doing time for murder for Bambaataa, the man that raped you. And you come out of prison not only hugging and kissing on Bam, but you won't even go and actually become that vigilante father that will find out, hey, unless this motherfucker's dead or in jail, I'm going to find him who raped my son and turned my son into a transsexual. Because that's what most of us would say. We get out of prison. Fuck, I've been in jail all this time. Shit, what's the point? If I drop a seed on the earth and my seed is destroyed, that's worth my life and my freedom. Why would you disown your son in front of us and expect us to have compassion on you?
People, have we stooped that low? Have we stooped that low?
Have you stooped that low to dog your son out and disown your homosexual son instead of not giving up on him? Not saying fuck him, but actually saying, you know what? I don't care what y'all say. That's my boy. And he's still a boy. I don't care how big his titties is.
What is it about the black community on YouTube that hate Hassan Campbell so much that everybody and their mother making videos about me? What is it, people?
Your son probably wants to make videos about you. Come in. And if he was to hear you say that,
I gotta get to this.
if he was to hear you say that, Brother Sarnett, I'm live. You want the people to hear you?
Oh, damn, man, you live?
Yes.
All right, let me go check you out, man.
All right, my brother.
All right.
Yeah, Poppy. You disowned your son, man. Brother, how are you literally coming and asking us for morality, brother, and you disowned your own son before the world?
What is it? What is it? Is it COINTELPRO? Are y'all working for the government?
That's what we've been asking about you. We've been asking, because I swear, bro, if I was to say I was going to rape somebody's children on air, I believe I would be in jail. Because I actually went to prison for terrorist threats, but for threatening to kick a nigga's door off the hinges, telling them I'm on my way, don't stand behind the door, because I'm finna make that bitch fly off the hinges. I went to prison for that. You can go buy my criminal record and see that shit on there, amongst the robbery and all the other shit I did in my past. But brother, you get to come on the camera and say you're going to shoot Sarnetta in the head, you're going to kick his wife in the ass, you're going to blow up his event, you're going to dig up a man's mama and transport her from his state to your yard. My nigga, you get on the camera and tell us that the FBI done been in your house 3 and 4 times. You come on the camera talking about you done watched child porn and shit. And although you did do something honorable in teaching people how to report it, goddamn, G, you sat there and described the whole video. We didn't want to hear that. Goddamn, brother.
And doing the government's work, because you know Malcolm X was assassinated by his own people.
Yeah. You think so? The same people that sent you to this community are the same people that drilled holes in that ballroom's walls and shot Malcolm from a trajectory that wasn't on the floor. Did you know anything about that, dickhead? Did the FBI and the CIA open up those files for you because you're working for them, clown, as a cog in the system? You're speaking about Malcolm. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And you've told us that you ain't even in our black community. Fuck are you talking about our brother for, bitch?
And instead of making me a martyr, what y'all have to do is slander and tear down my character.
Nobody wants your life. Nobody wants to trade your life. And nobody wants to take your life. Not even Bambaataa.
Could it be that?
No.
Could it be that you hate the TVs that you see in the background? Could it be you hate that fish tank that you see sitting right?
Nope. The poor people that see you, that wish they could have what you have, those poor people hate you for that. Because you won't donate to them. But you come before us with your goddamn handout every day like Creflo Dollar and Kenneth Copeland.
Could it be that you hate my plants?
Nope.
That I have sitting outside? You
Nope.
hate my garden? Could it be that you...
Well, maybe. Because you said you buried Israel Doctrine's mama under your garden, clown. So why wouldn't Israel hate your garden, motherfucker? You are among one of the most wicked niggas in the world, boy.
You hate that white fence that you see around my yard? What is it?
I actually never seen the fucking white fence. We always see you in your car.
Good before YouTube. YouTube didn't make me. I was a legend in the streets before I hit YouTube. Why do you think everybody was screaming my name?
I called you the Bronx River Meat Eater. That's the legend you carried. And you've been like that for years. All of this shit we've been hearing. You know, some people, hey man, did you hear Bambaataa was gay? All the way from the 90s and shit. You've been the legend. You've been the legend of the Bronx River Meat Eater. And we didn't know whether it was true until we met your ass. The Bronx River Meat Eater. A legendary liar.
That's Poppy. That's Pop because everybody already knew me. I'm a champion.
You're a fucking murderer of black men and you're a fucking coward. And you're a bisexual closet homosexual. And you're not a Muslim. And I told you, you think you're a Shiite. You're not Yasser Arafat. You're somewhere in the middle. You're a mulatto.
When I speak, I don't bite my tongue. I tell the gangs of New York to...
We know you don't bite your tongue because when you said you wanted to rape Kev's kids, you came back and said you meant it. I even got the video. And speaking of the gangs in New York, hey man, if you were that goddamn tough and you're popping it out with Sex Money Murder and Pistol Pete and all of the cats from Castle Hill to Bronx River, how in the fuck you let Bam live? And you said he raped you. That don't make sense.
Gangs of America, y'all bugging. I tell the drug dealers out there, y'all bugging.
The drug dealers that still giving you and selling you drugs that you take. Because you did tell us you had a little problem, a little narcotic problem, and a big ass alcohol problem. What a hypocrite.
I'm not afraid to do that. I'm not afraid to speak on the real. Is that why y'all hate me?
Yes, you are afraid to speak on the real. And yes, that's why we hate you. Because you will not tell us the name of the first person that raped you. What is the name, nigger? What's the goddamn name?
Instead of you teaching about the King Alfred plan Instead of y'all teaching about how Jay-Z's best friend is spirit cooking little children, no. Y'all rather...
Do you know Jay-Z? Have you ever met Jay-Z? And although I don't fuck with Jay-Z, I will at least say I will not slander him because I don't know anything about his connection to spirit cooking. You stupid son of a bitch. And you sitting up here wearing Yankees hats like Jay-Z. I got a Yankees hat. You what? You listen to Jay-Z's music. You live in New York. If you got such a big problem with Jay-Z, why don't you take your ass to Marcy? Why don't you take your ass to Jay-Z's goddamn business place? Why get on the internet and do what you're doing? Hypocrite. You're complaining that others are doing that. Hypocrite.
Talk about Hassan Campbell, a little dude on YouTube. Oh, I get it.
Wait a minute. Wait, are you little or are you big? Are you little or do you got thousands of subscribers you said people are jealous of? I think you're a goddamn insane man. That's what I think. 5150. I think that you're bisexual and you're double-minded.
So for 10 years, you stuck at a couple of thousand subscribers?
What does a couple of thousand or 10,000 or 50 or a million subscribers have to do with your asshole? Doesn't matter. Because really, truthfully, if you're trying to help people, numbers don't matter. Effectivity is what matters. You reaching at least one. Let me tell you something, Poppy. By me being a musician and a man of the Lord to the degree that I submit and teach God's word when he tell me to go and do it, I ain't perfect. But brother, listen to me. One person, even the Bible says heaven and God's realm rejoices over one, then a million y'all fake it. And I'm telling you, really, if you're a real advocate for the community, brother, you don't care about numbers. You care about being effective. If you can affect even one, brother, why worry about the millions that's going to look at you and not even remember your fucking name?
Struggling to get to 10,000, and I came on YouTube and started really being active. Within 6 months, I started being active, like really active. And within 6 months' time, which y'all flagging me every other month, y'all flagging me, I still made it to 50,000 subscribers.
How many times did you say I in this video? I. But where's the children's names, dickhead? Did you forget them?
And it's making your soul sick.
No.
And every day I got to get a notification of a new video that y'all trying to flag for what?
What you so mad about a video for and you can make another one? Huh? Wouldn't you be mad and upset to come on here and throw your weight around about your own life and situation? What you so mad about YouTube and these stupid ass videos for? Nigga, don't you know I've lost 5 channels before? Don't you know I just walked away from 2 channels that are thriving right now just so I can expand my portfolio and reach more people and be more effective? Who give a fuck about the videos, Poppy, when you could make another one, right?
Fellas, I have a wife. There is no room on my penis for any more men.
Look at that. Did you hear what he said? Hey, Abazu. Hey, Arkansas Doctrine. Rodney Churchill. Think. Hey, Miss Beverly. Hey, Trish. Hey, Kaylee. Farbuster. Ready by nature. Hey, Did y'all hear what the fuck he just said? Don't worry, I'm going to play it back again, but I want to make sure all y'all heard that. Abstract art. Hey, did you hear that? Did you notice what he said? Popcorn spectator. Brother, Kevin DJ, did you hear that? Psychotic uncle, my brother. Did you hear that? Keisha Hudson, Sister Keisha. Did you hear that? Frogbuster, did you hear that? Usair, did you hear that? Overstand Daily, did you hear that? Huh? Did you hear that? Did I hear what, Mike? What you talking about, nigga? Brother Gideon, did you hear that? This nigga said he don't have room on his dick for any more men. Come on, y'all. Let's play that one more time. The devil will make an ass out of you in a minute.
I have a wife. There is no room on my penis for any more men. Or any men. Let me correct that rather. Any men. That sounds kind of crazy. Let me correct that.
Evil and shit, and you could just turn it on and turn it off when you want to. No, Christ said whatever's inside of you, that's what you really are, and that's what comes out. That ain't no motherfucking mistake. You said that, dummy. He said it. Wait a minute. Let me fix that because it sounds kind of crazy. It didn't sound no more crazy than you say you want to rape kids. Listen again.
No room on my penis for any more men. Or any men. Let me correct that rather. Any men. That sounds kind of crazy. Let me have a...
He gonna erase this video. Y'all better go get this goddamn video.
There's no room for you on my balls. Please leave. Go somewhere else.
Look, so his dick is full of men, right? So now he talking about, look, since the dick is taken up with men, let's talk about the balls now. On my balls, there's no more room. Nigga, you're a sick motherfucker, G. Peace and love, blessing to my brother Side. Side says he think he could talk all kind of crazy shit to people, and we supposed to love him for it. This is one sick nigger. I'm gonna put that on a motherfucking t-shirt. Woo!
Find somebody else to harass. Stop flagging my page out of shit.
Abazu says, it's raining men. God damn, Poppy. Boy, I'm telling you, you are just oozing homosexual. It's coming out your pores, coming out your mouth. It's coming out your past. Why won't you just be honest with us, man? God damn.
Jealousy. The only thing you telling the black people with all these videos that y'all making is that y'all hate to see somebody speak out against pedophilia.
When are you going to speak out against pedophilia? We haven't heard you speak out against shit yet. All we heard you speak out against is your disgruntled opinion about your boyfriend. But you haven't spoke out yet, nigga. Not yet. When you speak out about the first one that raped you, and you bring all of the facts to the table in the community, like you drug Bam's dick in our presence, then we'll...
Why? Because...
When? You gonna speak out against it? When? Because you're fighting about a relationship you had that fell apart. But when you going to speak out against real pedophilia, the real rape that happened to you, that you told Doggy Diamonds, this motherfucker had me wide open when Bam got me. Bam just walked in through an open door.
Got pedophiles? Y'all hate to see me smile?
Brother,
I'ma smile. You're not gonna see me miserable.
Why won't you smile? You haven't smiled this whole goddamn time on this video. Not one smile. Not one.
I'm upset though that my own people will try to crucify me.
You think Miss Beverly and those people that are asking you questions are crucifying you? Imagine what we feel when you come and talk to us like we're stupid, clown. Like we don't understand the truth about what happened to you after 2 years of you telling us this bullshit.
Y'all some Judas.
And you're Lucifer. Now, let's end that because it's at 10:15. There's only a minute and something left. So, Poppy, I know you mad in the motherfucker. And I'm going to tell you the only way that you're going to come up out of this one, G. This tailspin that you're in is to shut your fucking mouth. Go back and take and retract all of them fucked up statements you made about Israel Mama and all these other people. Go give out some apologies, clown. Try telling us the truth. Replace Bambaataa in your relationship with him with the first person that raped you. Try that. And then let's try this again for another 2 years. You fucking dummy. Now, with that said, y'all, I'm getting that watery taste. And when that happens, it's time to go. So now, I'm going to say peace and blessing and love to all of my brothers and sisters in this chat. It's been real. And Poppy, Bobby, brother, if you don't stop, we going to turn up the fire about 10 more notches till the fucking flame turns blue.